Hi, this is Rich Trafton with the New Brain for Business Institute, where we translate good science into good business. In our previous videos, we've talked about how hard it is to change because of our personal momentum and how fear plays in the workplace. In this session, I want to spend some time talking about why our good intentions for change so often don't pay off for us. You know, we often see what we want to do differently or what we want to have others do differently, how we want our business to be different. And we set our mind to it. We exert a lot of mental effort to get ready to make those changes. And we find when we look in the rearview mirror, we haven't gone where we thought we were going to go. So what's going on there? Well, I think that one of the things that's really important to understand is that our brain isn't designed for us to make a lot of changes. And one of the things that's really amazing about our brain is it's really big and it does a lot of stuff. Compared to other animals, our brain is really a powerful engine. And it can do lots and lots of things, but most of those things are things that are outside of our conscious control and our conscious awareness. Our brains are powerful because of the ability we have to automate so many tasks. Even at this moment, you're sitting or standing watching this video, you don't have to think about where to aim your eyes, you don't have to think about what the words mean, you don't have to think about the sentence structure or the vocabulary usually, unless I throw in a fancy word or two. You don't have to worry about how to hold your body, how to keep from tipping over or falling over. All of those things are just happening automatically. You might even be having a cup of coffee or a soda. You drink while you're watching. You don't spill it. You don't choke on it. Because there's lots and lots of things that are happening automatically outside of your conscious awareness. Depending on whose research you want to lean towards, something on the order of 90 to 95% of what happens in our lives every day is outside of our conscious intentional control. That is, it's automatic, it's habit. And the habits and automatic processes that we build up in evolutionary time and in our own lifespan development are really, really quite powerful. And once we have these habits, they get put in the automatic processing file, and we're no longer really in control of them unless we bring them back into our focus of intention, focus of attention as well as intention. When that happens, we have a brief while where we can pay attention and try and do things differently. But what we find is after a very brief time, our attention drifts and we slip back to doing things the way we used to. That's a natural process, and it's really quite beneficial for us, that is, until it's time where we want to change something. And so our intentions to do something differently are up against lots of automatic processes, but our ability to pay attention is quite limited. As I mentioned, 90 or 95% of what we do is automatic, and that's not just an accident, that's a function of the wiring in our brain. So we have this very limited ability to intend, and we can exhaust those intentional resources quite quickly. You know, whenever you're trying to learn a new skill, whether it's typing or playing a musical instrument, speaking a foreign language, it takes a lot of mental energy, a lot of physical energy really, to pay attention to that learning until we do it enough times with enough repetitions that it becomes automatic. Then we develop what we experience as fluency. When we're trying to change something about ourselves or help somebody else change something about their behavior, we're trying to displace these automatic, powerful habits, these automatic process loops that happen very quickly without any conscious intervention. And most of the time, what's going on there isn't even available to our conscious awareness. We're not even aware of how it's happening inside of us. So it's very, very difficult to change the way we do things, to change the way we respond to certain people or certain situations. And you'll find, for those of you who have read our book, A New Brain for Business, you'll know that it's filled with lots of small behavioral tricks that you can use to build new habit patterns that displace old brain behavior with new brain behavior that you can practice over and over again until you develop fluency. But just doing it once isn't enough. Creating new habits, new automatic processes, which is what we're doing when we're trying to change, either in ourselves or in others, that requires lots of repetitions, lots of practice, lots of baby steps, lots of incremental movement. You know, there's no giant leaps. Most change is not a huge cascade. It is an incremental movement forward in the right direction. And that's why in our book we focus a lot on those small incremental behaviors. When you're thinking about change, what's important to remember is be kind to yourself and understand that you're taking on a lot of habit, a lot of automatic processes, and it's not easy. It's really easy to lose focus and slip back into your old habits. And don't pound on yourself about it. Don't be judgmental about it. Understand that that's how it works. And what's helpful is for you or for others to create tricks, reminders, small cues that refocus your attention on the thing you're trying to work on. And keep bringing it up over and over again. Understand that it takes lots and lots of repetitions to develop new habits to displace old habits. So, another reason that change is hard is we have a lot of automatic stuff going on in our brain, and it's not available to us to just switch on and off. Most of the time we're not even aware of it. That's just the way our brains are, and it's nothing to get all excited about, but it is something we want to work with consciously and use small baby steps and tricks and reminders and good behavioral processes, good behavioral maps to help us move in a different direction. So that's another point of view we have on change and why it's hard. You can always check out our videos at our website, newbrainforbusiness.com. Thanks for listening.